Hello, thank you for joining me. These are the parish announcements for the Tomorrow River Lutheran Parish for October 30th, 2022. That is the 21st Sunday after Pentecost. It is also Reformation Sunday. May God continue to pour out His grace on these churches that we might become more and more the churches and the individuals that we are called to be. Amen? Amen. So, announcements. There aren't so many this week. It'll be a little bit shorter. That's probably good news to you. We continue to have the 3 worship services, 8:30 indoors at Peace, 9:30 outdoors at Nelsonville. It's supposed to be partly cloudy and about 45, should be lovely. And then indoors at Nelsonville at 10:15. It is the final Sunday of our confirmation season. We have 3 young men who will be affirming their baptisms and confirming their faith, one at each of those services. And so congratulations and God's peace to Jason and to Cade and to Garrison. As you run into them or into their families, welcome them warmly into their next stage of responsibility and of grace in the family of God, in the community of the church. Again, there is no requirement that you pre-register. It will absolutely keep your voting membership alive. Since we're not doing official attendance, and the Constitution says that you have to worship, you have to, demonstrably be in worship every year. And so if you want to register here and again, that's fine. You don't need to do that anymore. It's all mask optional now. Everything is mask optional. Most of our neighbors are done with everything COVID. We still have people at every service who are wearing masks, and God bless them. If you want to come and you want to wear a mask, you are welcome to do that. No one's going to look at you funny. We will never ask anyone to leave. You're welcome in your church. And if you have specific physical needs, if you have specific fears, if you have decided a proper course for yourself, you can live that out in this community. And so just come and know that no one here is going to look askance at you. Let's take a look at the prayer list together. Again, that's always up in the top right corner of the website. You can print that, and I invite you to be faithful in your prayers for these people. We have 3 families in the initial stages of grief that I want to commend to you. We have been praying for Ruby's family and Joyce's family. I invite you to continue that. But Dick passed away, surprisingly, shockingly, and so grace upon his memory. A beautiful, a friendly, a dear man. Funeral services for Dick will be on Saturday the 29th at Peace. So if you're watching this before then, we're going to have visitation from 9:30 to 11, funeral and committal service starting at 11, and then there will be a lunch. And so you are welcome to attend that. You are invited to be praying for Dick's family during this time of loss. Jack is out of the hospital. He is now at the Stevens Point Health Services building on Sherman there on the 2nd floor. And the rest of the names, I don't have anything new to report to you except that people are continuing to be thankful for your prayers and in need of God's healing, God's protection. So I commend them all to you. The website is a source of the sermons and the Sunday school lessons. All that stuff is archived. It's also a place where you can go to participate in the confirmation program of the church. Confirmation is a public ministry of the church. It is open to absolutely everyone of absolutely every age and absolutely every level of spiritual development. If you're like me, you didn't pay quite as much attention as you should have when you were in confirmation or CCD. And so if you want to watch the videos and follow along that way, that's great. If you want to come to Wednesday night and sit in the back and pretend that you're there to help me keep order, that's great. If you want to come to Wednesday night and put up your hand, that's great. And if you want to call me, talk to me, text me, watch the video, had a real question about this, that's great too. You know, we're all supposed to be learning and growing together. The lesson this week is about Jesus' life, and we're talking about his baptism, his temptations, and calling the disciples. And again, that the curricula or the syllabus is online on the confirmation page, and you can see where we're going. We're in the beginning stages of the year where we're just trying to sort of nail down the big pieces of Jesus' life, of the story of Jesus, and then later on we'll get into the miracles and the teachings and the parables, things that we need to live as Jesus would have us live. Sunday school is up and running, 9 o'clock at Peace, 9:30 at Nelsonville. They're sharing a scope and sequence. They're sharing a curricula so kids can go back and forth as families' needs and scheduling changes. We're also putting up a Bible story every week from the Old Testament. We're 2.5 years in. We're not going to quit now. So that should take us, we should wrap that up by spring, I hope. But if you, there's a couple of opportunities for you to remember the stories yourself, or to encourage your children or grandchildren into a fuller knowledge of the Bible and of the stories thereof. The 6th of November is All Saints Sunday. We'll be observing All Saints here. If you have lost someone, if you are bereaved, we would be honored to light a candle in memory of your beloved. We're not going to be praying for your beloved. They're in the arms of God. But we'll be praying for you. And we'll be praying that the gifts that God placed in the beloved continue to be poured out in the world, and that all of us live in grace and peace and faith until the day when we're reunited with those whom we have commended to God. So November 6th means that we need to hear from you Monday, Tuesday. Call us, email us, text us. If there's a candle that you want lit, if there's someone you want remembered. The Salvation Army is looking for bell ringers. The website where you sign up is www.registertoring.com. And so if that seems to you to be a way to serve your neighbor and the community, that's what you should do. They're looking for people between November 11th and Christmas Eve, the 24th. Obviously, confirmands can get hours, service hours for doing that. I commend it to you. It's a good thing to do. Look for, in coming weeks, a new drive, a new push to support Lutheran World Relief in the world. The deal is that for years and years, Lutheran World Relief has been begging donors to give to general campaigns and not to targeted campaigns. It's great if you give to the hurricanes, or if you give to the floods, or if you give to Ukraine. That's great. But if there's a crisis in Sudan or in sub-Saharan Africa, and all of the money is earmarked for something else, they can't meet the crisis. So what they would really love, pardon me, what they would really love is if we would give undesignated money so that they could meet whatever crisis comes. You're all aware, I'm sorry. You're all aware that the Tomorrow River Parish gave almost $500,000 earlier this year to challenge the rest of the church, the rest of the world, to rise up and meet the needs of the millions of Ukrainian refugees. And that was superlatively successful. But now the parish is going to be leading the church and challenging the world to give undesignated gifts. And so look for an announcement very soon. Look for a large initial gift from the Tomorrow River Lutheran Parish as we try to lead people into a giving posture that allows maximum flexibility, maximum responsiveness around the world. And if you want to start praying for that in advance, feel free. We just sent off all our quilts. We just sent off all the school kits and the baby kits and the personal care kits that we had been assembling. But we never stop collecting stuff there. So there's a tab on the website, LWR, where you can see what goes into kits. Feel free to talk to any of the quilters about what they're looking for. They are always looking for fabric. They're always looking for things that will go into next year's crop of quilts. There's information about that on the website and below this video. I I think we should wrap it up there. I mean, there's a lot more announcements that you can read yourself. If you have questions about something, you give me a call, give me a text. I hope you are well. I hope that you are safe in the grace of God and that you are growing in faith and peace. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you for all you do. Thanks for your support. Thanks for your prayers. Bye.